If you're Spanish speaking, cool your jets, don't get your hopes up. For all my travel in Central America, my vocab is poquito. Okay, it's tragically lacking. Also, my math skills, embarazosa. I'd like to tell you 3 things about myself. I'm a professional, unpaid people watcher, evidence gatherer, and dot connector. That's 1. Well, I guess 3 in 1. Number 2, I don't like shopping, unless we're talking about anthropology, especially that back of the store sales room. Bargains, baby. Let's just say at anthropology, I make no apology. And number 3, I love Guatemala. I travel regularly to Guatemala because I do volunteer work there for a girls' school called IMA, which means love. Outside of the school, Guatemala has a bit of a reputation as being rough. For the most part, I don't worry when I go there. Somehow I feel protected by that love. I also am protective of that love. From the IMA school in Guatemala City, Antigua is a half-hour drive and truly a little gem, a relatively safe city compared to anywhere else in the country. Whenever I visit the school, I always take a detour to Antigua. My travel partner Debbie and I were enjoying a wonderful Saturday there. Indigenous people and tourists alike populate the city of ruins, lush greenery, and bright-colored colonial architecture. As we were meandering through the crowds in an open market, Debbie looked at trinkets as I mostly people-watched, soaking in the culture. Remembering that Debbie had forgotten her cell phone that day, I suggested that we meet back at the hotel if for some reason we were to get separated. Good deal, no problem, she said. We'd try to stick together, but you know, things happen. Moments later, I looked down and noticed a weathered old man sitting on the edge of the rickety boardwalk. On the other end of his outstretched arm, he was angling a hand mirror. In that mirror's reflection, I saw the underside of an indigenous woman's skirt. I wagged my finger in his face. Hey, no, bad, bad! The woman pulled away and gave him the stink eye and muttered something in Spanish. Debbie, apparently still in earshot, asked me what was wrong. That dirty old man is looking up skirts with a mirror. She uttered a groan of disgust and then a sudden proclamation. Well, let's go kick him! More than a little surprised by her suggestion, I agreed something more needed to be done. Unsure what that might be, we hovered behind him for a few moments. Realizing that he was oblivious to our presence, I saw the perfect opportunity and snagged the mirror right out of his filthy little hand. I saw the fire in his eyes as I grabbed the mirror and pivoted. Reaching and swinging at me as he struggled to stand, I said nothing to Debbie, nothing to the old man, and hightailed it across the cobblestone street. I saw the policia, and it occurred to me that perhaps I should tell them, but then that idea was overruled by 4 immediate concerns, and here again we're back to the math. Number 1, the policia are corrupt. Number 2, the policia are corrupt with very large guns. Number 3, I was a woman in a terribly misogynistic culture. And number 4, I was a woman in a terribly misogynistic culture who could speak virtually no Spanish to corrupt policia with very large guns. So, mirror in hand, I decided to keep running. I ran until the old man and the policia were no longer in sight and I could dispose of the hand mirror. Back at the hotel, Debbie told me that after I bolted, she saw the old man reporting me to the policia, pointing in the direction I had fled, indignant, apparently urging them to come after me because I'd stolen his hand mirror. When the weekend was over, Debbie and I headed back to the IMA school. I thought of the IMA girls, and I thought of myself as a little girl. And I thought of that wiry little Antigua man. Could my face be on a wanted poster in a Guatemalan post office? It's possible. Would I do it again? No doubt. And again, no apologies. I went from people watcher to international fugitive. Sometimes when you connect dots and gather evidence while your friend shops for trinkets, you get more than you bargained for.